I'd like to start off by saying thank you for watching this presentation. I think you're going to find this extremely interesting and very, very helpful for any small business owner. Let me start by saying that I'm not trying to sell anything in this video. This is a presentation strictly for sharing a lot of the information that I've discovered over the years for small businesses. Now, mind you, none of this is theory, by the way. All these are proven strategies that work and are necessary for a small business to survive. It's my idea when you start a business, it's the same as having a baby. And when you have a baby, all the attention has to go to that baby. And it's the same thing when you start a business. All your attention has to go to the business. But once again, as the baby grows, it needs less and less attention, and it can do more things on its own. It's the same thing with a business. The problem I see in most businesses, and the studies that have been done, and most of the research that I've done, are that there are things you must do in a certain order in order for your business to succeed and become extremely profitable. And believe it or not, most businesses don't do those things in the correct order, and some even leave out 1, 2, or even 3 of those stages, as we'll call them. We'll call them crucial stages that help your business to not only survive but grow in any times. It doesn't matter. So I start with the question, which one of these 5 crucial stages are you lacking in your small business? And most small businesses are deficient in at least one, believe it or not, but many in more than one. Watch the strategy session to see if your business is lacking one. And first, what I'd like to do is I'd like to touch on the 5 stages. They are the lead magnet, the segmentation sale, the main sale, profit center, and customer retention. Now, I'm sure you're aware of what they are, and some of you may not be. But what we're going to do is we're going to cover these in detail. These are literally the 5 essential stages necessary for small business growth. And the 5 stages are what I essentially look at or examine when a business becomes a client of mine. I found that almost all businesses leave out at least one of these stages. The ones who are using all 5 stages are taking over their respective industries, like Amazon, Starbucks, McDonald's. You know the group. They're the ones that succeed no matter what. Well, they do it because they use these things right. By implementing these 5 stages into your business, you will see an instant increase in revenue, lead generation, and of course profit. Our goal in this video is to teach you how to get more customers that actually pay you. You see, the SEO guys out there, they want to show you traffic or some results from Google. Well, we don't care about any of that. Our only goal is to increase your bottom line. Here's how we do it. The first one is the lead magnet. A lead magnet is something that is used to capture contact information of people who are what I call an IOI, indication of interest, in whatever it is that you're offering. Most small businesses do not offer any sort of lead magnet, and the ones that do or think they do are not really offering a lead magnet at all. For example, you will see lawyers offer a free consultation, and they claim that's their lead magnet. That's not a lead magnet. You know why? It's simple. Everyone else is offering the same thing. They have to come to you for the value. And number 3, the value takes too long to be realized, so it's not really a lead magnet. You get that? For a good example of a lead magnet, let's take a look at one of the most successful direct response marketing campaigns ever. And it's always good to learn from a successful business, and that's what we're going to do throughout this presentation. We're going to take the most successful businesses, and we're going to take their ideas, and we're going to apply them so you'll completely understand how this is supposed to work. As indicated by the orange arrows, the Sunsetter awnings has 2 lead magnets above the fold of their website. They are giving away a free idea kit, DVD, and a $200 savings. And if you look, you can see the one on top and you see the one on the bottom there. So that's what they're doing. When you click on one of these links, you will be taken to a page that looks like this. Get your free awnings kit. As you can see, the reason for giving away the idea kit, DVD, and savings is to capture the name and contact information of the visitor. But having a lead magnet like this on your website is a very small part of the process. If you've ever seen Sunsetter commercials, The only thing they're focusing on is giving away the kit, DVD, and the savings. So here's a key point I all want you to understand. All marketing and advertising efforts must directly lead to a lead magnet. Now, I want to say that again because so many businesses don't do this. All marketing and advertising efforts must directly lead to a lead magnet. In other words, anytime you're running an ad, the ad's purpose is to generate a lead. And we'll cover why we do that quickly here. Most businesses lead their marketing efforts to a website or telephone number. That's a huge mistake. All marketing efforts, once again, must solely focus on getting the free thing instead of trying to make the sale. It's a numbers game. When done correctly, about 40% of the people who come to your website will take you up on your lead magnet offer. This is from cold traffic, like search engine, social media. When all of your marketing efforts are focused on the lead magnet, it rises to about 70% of the traffic will take you up on your offer. That's pretty impressive. So you see what I'm talking about here? Instead of trying to sell something directly, you want to collect the names and then you can sell them. Currently, based on what our clients tell us in some Google statistics, without a lead magnet, only about 2% of their traffic engage in their business. In other words, the people going to your websites, you're only getting about 2% of those. That's horrible. With the lead magnet, this number can go as high as 70%, just like we spoke about before. So you might be wondering, what's a good lead magnet? A good lead magnet should have a strong subliminal sales message inside of it. It should be designed to do 3 things, and here they are. Number 1, build trust with the audience. Turn a cold call contact into a warm lead. Wow the prospect. If they are giving this away for free, the paid stuff must be amazing. Subliminally sell your product or service. And you do this when you give something away, like a video, like a PDF, anything. You can put your sales message in that. So much better, so much more powerful. The person looking for that information is a real prospect. So lead magnets are usually either in video or PDF format, and they usually focus on moving away from some sort of pain. So you want to find the pain of your client, whatever they're trying to do. If they have a leaky roof, then that's their pain point. Everything you want to do, you want to take them from their pain point. You want to present the benefits of your product to them. Now let's use an example of a potential client who owns a plumbing company with 21 locations in 4 states. This is a real example, by the way. The lead magnet we would create for him is a PDF or video, and it would look something like this. Stop getting ripped off. Free report reveals the top 5 things you must know before hiring a plumber. The 20-page PDF or 20-page PowerPoint video presentation then goes on to build trust with the audience. Wow them with the information that is revealed and subliminally sell the client's plumbing services. So that brings us to the next key point. And the key point is this. After the prospect takes the lead magnet, you are then able to market to them as much as you want. Now these key points are very important because you need to get this. Here's what's going on. Email is an extremely cheap, and when it's done correctly, it works better than direct mail. When the prospect takes a lead magnet, they're also giving you permission to email them legally without violating the canned spam laws. So here's what they've done. They've said to you, hey, you can send me more information on this. I want to see it. You see the difference here? That's so much better than the old way of doing things where you would send out some snail mail in an envelope and hopefully get a prospect who never even asked you for it. These are people asking you to send them information. They're asking you to sell them. So that's very, very important. So now that we've created the lead magnet, built a little trust in the letter that you sent them or the information that you sent them, and captured the contact information of the prospect, let's move on to stage 2, which is called the segmentation sale. You ever hear of Columbia Record House? I'm sure you have. They were in the back of every magazine on the planet giving away 15 CDs for $1. People thought they were crazy. 15 CDs for $1? How could they ever make any money doing that? But you know what? By 1996, they controlled 16% of the entire music market and had a membership base of over 16 million people. Once they were able to segment the list of prospects, those who bought the dollar offer And those who didn't, they just played the numbers game. They knew exactly how many people converted from $1 buyers to full price buyers. Once they knew those numbers, they just bought as much ad space as they could afford and still make a profit. A segmentation sale is an instantaneous and irresistible offer that converts people into paying customers. That's what it is. If done correctly, you should expect up to 60% of the prospects to take you up on your segmentation sale. Okay, using the same client as an example, his segmentation sale would look something like this. We unclog a drain or toilet for $5. The prospect prepays the $5 and gets the printable coupon. Now understand this. I want to read that again because this is not a small point. The prospect prepays the $5 and gets the printable coupon. Now, when they get that coupon, you could also make it transferable. So let's say the neighbor of the prospect has a problem with his toilet. He can hand that over to his neighbor or a relative, and they can still use the service for $5. You're generating leads at this point. Okay? Now, at any time from that point forward, the customer can call and redeem the coupon. Very important. And if they gave it to somebody, they can do the same thing, just like we spoke of. So the key point, the segmentation sale must be the best service you offer. Just because you aren't making a profit doesn't mean you can be cheap on the work. And this is so important. I've seen this happen over and over again. People think, oh, well, they're getting it for nothing. We don't have to do it that well. No. What you're doing here is you're taking the client and showing him who you are as a business and a service, and you're showing them your best. And it's so critical that you do that because you will have a customer for life. This happens more often than you think, though, believe it or not. Companies offer an irresistible offer to suck in new business, and they go cheap on the quality. This is why so many companies have a problem when they use a Groupon. Okay, for example, let's say Joe's Pizza does a Groupon that offers a large pie for $5. By doing this, Joe's Pizza breaks even on the sale. 1,000 people buy the Groupon, and Joe's Pizza is swamped with people coming through the door. The lines are long, service is slow, and the atmosphere is terrible. The Groupon worked just like it was supposed to. The problem is that Joe's Pizza will not get any new long-term customers because of the initial customer experience was awful. So once again, the key point, treat those who buy your segmentation sale like they were your biggest and best customers, and they will be a customer for life. And this is so important, by the way. Just understand that, okay? You want to give your best because you're trying to generate sales. You're trying to get new customers, and you want customers for life. Now, the main sale. The main sale is very simple. Very few companies have a lead magnet. Even fewer use a segmentation sale, but every company in the world has a main sale. Obviously, this is the product or service that you're looking to sell to your audience. It's the main offer. For example, if you own a roofing company, the main sale would be putting on a new roof. Since we're very familiar with what a main sale is, there's no reason to go into that in great detail. What you need to focus on, though, is where the main sale is in relation to the overall sales process. Almost every company in the world focuses their marketing material on the main sale. Car dealers try to sell cars through the mail. Roofers talk about being the most affordable. Accounting services offer a discounted price as April 15th approaches. This is one of the main reasons why 80% of small businesses don't survive in the first 5 years. They're only picking up the now customers. Do you understand that? In other words, your main sale has to be the third step in the process. You can't have it be the first step in the process because you're not generating leads that way. You're losing thousands of leads typically. When you move your main sale into the third box of your sales process, it allows you to pick up the maybe prospects, or what I call the tire kickers. The tire kickers will look at your free offer because, well, it's free. But 99% of the tire kickers would not have purchased your main sale when they opted to take your lead magnet. So you get that? That's what's going on here. The next one, step number 4, is the profit center. The profit center is where 90% of your profits come from. The profit center is the extra service or add-ons that you offer in addition to the main sale. They are also called back-end sales. For example, when you buy a computer at Best Buy, 100% of the profit comes from the Geek Squad protection and warranty. If you don't buy the protection or the warranty, Best Buy breaks even. Amazon. Amazon loses money on every Kindle sold, but they're making a killing on the books. McDonald's loses money if you just buy a burger and a Coke, but they make billions on the meal. You get this? I could go on for hours with these examples, the biggest and best companies in the world who lose or break money on the main sale and then make everything up in the back end. The only reason they are able to do this is because they know that they are able to convert a certain number of customers in the profit center. One of the main things I do when I'm working with a client is develop the profit center. Most companies either don't have them or they aren't using certain products or services in the correct way. Let's look at another example. This is an actual case study of a pizza franchise. In this particular example, the pizza franchise had no profit center at all. All of their profits came from selling slices of pizza or whole pizzas. The marketing strategy is to come in and start offering a plan where the customer would pay $19.95 a month and would get 3 pies, a dozen garlic knots, and 3 bottles of soda a month. Originally, the client thinks this is crazy, but this would, within 3 months of launching it, bring in just about 5,500 people onto the plan across all stores. After a year, they had just over 15,000 people on the plan, and the average customer on the plan would actually take full advantage of it once every 3 months. What's even better is that those who took full advantage of the plan end up buying more than the plan offered. For example, someone would redeem their 3 pie knots and soda, but they'd also buy an extra pie, more soda, and a few sandwiches. The plan added about $3 million in revenue to the franchise in the first year with a profit margin of about 60%. It literally took 20 minutes to think of it, another hour or so to set it up. This is a real profit center example, and I can come up with something similar for any company on earth, regardless of what your services or products are. And so can you if you really think hard enough. The pizza franchise would now simply focus on working the stages. They now have a lead magnet, a segmentation sale, the $5 and main offer 12 pies, and then the profit center. The sale of the profit center is simple because the pie is $12, and about 62% of the people who buy a pie buy something else. So the pitch is simple. You're spending $17 on this pie, knots, and soda. For $19.95, we have a plan where you get 3 pies, knots, and 3 sodas. For $2 more, you get all of that. Doesn't that sound a little like how about a large order of fries with that? You see how this works? The conversion rate on people who spend over $12 a pie is right around 30%. This means that for every 100 pies sold, 30 new people get on the plan. And finally, we're going to talk about customer retention. This is the 5th stage of your business. It's usually best to combine the profit center and customer retention into one offer, but sometimes that's hard to do. For a pizza franchise example, the customer retention is built into the profit center because of the recurring revenue. The customer continues to pay, so they continue to come back. Another example of customer retention would be a referral or loyalty program. This is used a lot with car dealerships and used car lots. If someone buys a car, they get 10 business cards with their name on it. They send a friend back, and the friend presents the card. Whoever name is on the card gets a check for $50 to $250. This model works in 3 ways. It brings in super warm leads that are easy to close because the person's looking for a car and they've been sent there by a friend. It also almost guarantees that the person doing the referring will buy another car from that car dealership. They kind of develop a loyalty and trust for them. And it makes closing the deal easier. Send 1 friend to us a month and we'll pay half your car payment. Send 2 and your car payment's free. This form of customer retention can be used in any business if structured correctly. So let's move to the next key point. Your current customers are your number 1 source for revenue generating. They are also your number 1 source for new business. You really have to understand that. Your current customers are your number 1 source for revenue generation, and they're your number 1 source for new business. You need to develop a plan to work with your customers so they help grow your business. Now you've got the plan. The exact plan that Amazon uses to take over the retail world, the exact plan that Best Buy uses to take over the electronics world, and the exact plan McDonald's uses to take over the fast food market. This is only a small part of the exact model we use for every one of our clients. Remember, we believe in providing results before asking you for anything at all, Because of this, we're willing to start working with you and increasing your revenue for free. What do you have to lose? Give us a call now at 772-215-8269 and we'll answer any questions you have. And if all goes well, we'll get started helping you for free. Be aware though, we do not work with everyone that comes along. In order for you to work with us, your company must do three things. It must be in business for 4 years or more, have an annual revenue of $500,000 or more. This is a gross revenue. And have an email database of current and past customers and prospects. If you meet that criteria, call now. We can help you for free. If you don't have a database, then let us teach you how to build one up quickly. We have strategies for that as well. I look forward to helping you grow your business and making this year your best ever. Thanks again. This is Rob Birmingham signing off. Thanks for watching this video, CEO of Ninja Marketing. Give us a call, 772-215-8269.